everyone, good welcome and good for you to listen to one brand new episode of Happy Hour FM. Oh man, it's our old opening tune. Oh, I'm feeling nostalgic. And well, you know what that means? That usually means that our other hosts, Chris and Justin, are unfortunately not here, so you have to do it with me, the one and only Jan Willem de Gutkaart, the man, myth, legend, all the way here from lovely Groningen, our lovely city that, well, everyone is listening and living in. Otherwise, how are you listening on 106.6 FM? But luckily, I am not here alone because I am accompanied by two lovely, magnificent strangers. Well, let us no longer be strangers. Who am I with today?
Hi, this is Peter. I am a singer-songwriter from Groningen. I'm studying here.
We have so many singer-songwriters, really. Now that I'm doing this show, I always see new singer-songwriters.
It's probably a trend, yeah. I think it's also just they send each other like, hey, come on the radio and stuff.
Yeah, you plug each other.
Yeah, we plug each other, yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's so amazing. But yeah, go on. You're a singer-songwriter. So what have you got coming up for us?
I will be playing a show in Groningen on Friday, which will be at Usfest. It's a festival at USFA.
Oh yeah, that's like USFA at the Munnikenholm, right across the post office gym place.
Yes, at the Train More.
That is the
just
one.
Plug.
Oh yeah.
And I will be playing at that show, and otherwise I will be writing songs and stuff. I don't have any shows left after the one, but it's just fun.
Oh yeah, well, it's always good to have a show, but yeah, well, you're not the only one here now, are you? Because, well, actually, we've talked about you before on the show when Marit was a guest. She recommended, there's this way funny comedian as well. You should have him on the show. And well, you are. So who are we with?
I'm not a funny. I'm Teun. I'm a stand-up comedian. That's what I do. I live in Groningen.
Cool.
And Peter and I know each other also from USFA. So
oh wow, what connection?
USFA a lot. So a lot of USFA in this show, I think.
But yeah, what is your name again?
My name is Teun. Teun de Vries.
Hi, Teun de Vries. Yeah, it's so good to have you.
Yeah, thank you. So nice to be here.
Right. So about first of all, how are you doing? How do you like it being on radio?
It's different to be on radio. I was once on the radio when I was like 8 years old.
And how long was that ago? How old are you?
I am 19, so that was 11 years ago.
Oh, whoa.
Being on radio is fun. It's also weird because I have to talk and talk and talk, but it's fun.
Yeah, but we're good at talking, aren't we? It's just like natural. So yeah, it's always like funny to have. Well, it's fun to have guests. It's fun to just have a chat. We can also have like music breaks. So yeah, please be as comfortable as you want to be. And otherwise, as well for our listeners, they can always, well, of course, I hope you're comfortable in this stressful exam period. And you can engage with us on the show like you, well, usually don't really do, but there is an opportunity to do so. Just like, oh man, if you have questions for Peter, if you have questions for Teun, please give us a text at 050-571-5815 or follow us through our Instagram. I do not believe we have made a post for you. Oh my God. We did? Oh man.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, oh man. Yeah. Justin isn't here, but he is in our hearts. Yeah, so, there's this Friday, the festival's coming up. Mm-hmm. So, well, you will, of course, be playing. What will you be doing? Because you're a multi-instrumentalist, aren't you?
Yeah, I usually play with guitar and piano.
Right.
And I think
that's basic, isn't it, nowadays? But
yeah. I mean, if we wanna do a little flex, I do play the drums and stuff and everything else.
But, it's good. It's cool to have like multi-instrumentalists.
Yeah. I will be playing guitar for like 10 to 15 minutes and do some songs while I think there's an international dinner at the festival.
Ooh.
So there will be food from all different kind of countries, and they can chill, eat, and listen to some music.
Yeah, no, that's great. So is it like a specific genre, or is it like just like open mic, pretty much? What should we? Well, how should I envision it?
I think,
and of course, sorry for interrupting, but we're all students. We're all poor students. So, what will it set us back?
I think. As a student, it costs €12.50.
If you want to charge pounds, you know.
I'm talking in English. We can usually just talk pounds, right? But that will bring you like a show from 4 o'clock till I think 11.
Whoa!
with the food as well.
is-
So it's pretty good cost for.
Yeah, that's
What you get.
that's like a proper valet.
Yeah, it's a proper deal. So.
Yeah, but yeah, like, well, and it's just like all genres, all types of foods. It's a palais.
It's a palais. It's very different things. I think in the afternoon there will be different workshops. I think I don't really know. And then during the dinner there will be poetry and singer-songwriters.
Oh yeah,
And then in the evening there will be more upbeat kind of musicians and bands and stuff.
Ah, right. Oh,
It's like a whole festival
It sounds so
idea.
nice. Yeah, it
It's
sounds
very
like,
nice.
like cozy and whatnot. Yeah, it's so weird. By the way, like on poetry, I have to like make this announcement for our listeners. No, right. So we are. I don't know whether you heard, but we are doing that short story contest where people can win like. Well, 100 quid, you know, if you're
100 quid.
100 quid, and like the cocktail tasting. So yeah, we've currently just under 10, short stories to read through,
Cool.
to judge, and yeah, so
I think that will be something for you, Teun.
Oh,
to write a little short story, have some fun.
Yeah, it's like a theme crossroads, and yeah, you can win $100 and like cocktail tasting. So yeah, and you still have 3 days to submit it.
But what
and
theme?
check
What
our
theme?
crossroads. I just told you, man.
Crossroads?
Yes, crossroads. You know, like where
Like-
roads cross, but like.
so
So
a
like
vehicular-
why did the chicken cross the road? So
you
Oh man, that's.
so you thought we do a theme, we do a short, and we pick infrastructure as a theme.
Yeah, well,
that's something
it's-
you love.
Yeah, that's like open for interpretation. Like, you know, mental crossroads, dilemmas. Like,
Cool.
And if you wanna like if you wanna make a short story about infrastructure, sure. I like either you need to be way talented, or I don't believe your chances would be that. I don't expect the winners to be writing about infrastructure.
No,
However,
but
if you do win, if you're the future winner, oh man.
That would be
Then-
crazy, right?
Yeah,
I
then
have
you're
3
Drinking
days.
some cocktails, Teun.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw a couple crossroads. I mean,
And were they story worthy?
no, not at all,
man.
not at all. No,
We need to have better infrastructure, or story-worthy infrastructure in the city of Groningen.
Yep.
Oh man, so but like, yeah, how does one become a comedian? Because just before the show we were talking, and well, stand-up comedy is more of a thing in the west of the country.
Yeah.
Like Amsterdam is pretty much the comedy capital of the Netherlands, one
or
as
at
a
least
different
was.
capital, but
It was for a long time, but I think it's changing a little bit right now. More
a bit close to the mic, man.
sorry.
We want to hear you.
There's more clubs starting now, so that's good.
Oh yeah,
More
Love-
different places, but sadly the northern part of the Netherlands is not really. There's not that much comedy at this moment, but it's growing really fast.
Oh well, so like, what are the initiatives then? That for you know, it's so cool to have like, you know, people used to always need to go to Amsterdam, need to go to Rotterdam. Well, is there still something in The Hague?
I don't know. I
well.
don't know. No.
Well, let's find out. No, right. So, but like for us Northerners, where can we like find the upcoming initiatives?
Well, right now I think the place that's growing the quickest is OMG Groningen.
OMG. Oh well, that's.
Well, it's actually kind of double because it's Open Mic Groningen. So it's kind of
that
weird.
what OMG stands
Man,
for?
OMG
Open Mic
stands for
Groningen.
Open Mic
Oh
Groningen.
well, I never really thought that would be like such a great acronym for
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, wow.
Here. Man.
I always thought this was just like, oh my god, it's such
Yeah.
good comedy, but no.
No.
Wow.
So that's growing really fast, and really the quality is really increasing over the last year. So it's really.
So
very
wait,
cool.
so what is the quality at this moment, and what was the quality a year before?
no,
Like,
well, I heard in the beginning, but it's not my show. But I heard from the presenter that in the beginning they quite literally just took people from the street to perform.
but that sounds like the weirdest hostage situation.
Sounds like something Street Lab would do.
No, but I mean, there's more people, more comedians coming in from the outside, and actually lately also comedians coming in actually from Amsterdam or from Eindhoven or from Rotterdam.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
So that's kind of cool. It's just kind of other way around.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Yeah, it always feels like, you know, I'm living here currently a long time, and it's like it's just a void of comedy? Like it's only in the theater, but it's like the recognized names. But yeah, so like comedy wise, how would you? Well, first of all, the comedy clubs and the comedy evenings, the whole scene. Is it like international based, or do you need to be fluent in Dutch to?
No, there's OMG has a lot of international shows as well.
So I think so it's like easy to like if it's open mic. Is it like a low bar to enter?
I don't know how it is at the international shows, but at least at the Dutch shows, there's quite a long. There's quite a lot of people that want to play. So you really have to be quick, but it's possible. So you could go, but you can't go and say I want to play tonight. That's not possible.
No, right. Okay.
But you can go and then say I'd like to play something like that.
Oh, right. No, that's actually great. So, like, who would you consider your influences to be then? Is it just like Dutch comedians or is it like Bill Burr or the British, you know?
I think James Acaster in British.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. I know him. He used to do like the not Mock the Week. What was the show called?
Would I Lie to You? He did.
That's the one.
And Taskmaster, he did. Oh. He did all those shows. And in America, I think Theo Von is my big. I love Theo Von. I think people underestimate Theo Von. I mean,
do you think Theo Von is like playing a bit, or he's just that
he's
interesting?
He's not playing a bit, I think.
Because he's so interesting, and the things he says are just so weird.
Yeah.
So I always wonder if he's like playing the bit or he's just really weird.
Man.
Yeah,
but maybe at some point turns out to be a horrible guy. I don't know.
Never made your errors.
I don't know him personally, but I think he's just so. I think he's so honest and he's so good with words.
He is really funny.
I love it.
But like, how do you? Well, you know, like that's a whole different ball game. But like, how can you see inspiration from? Well, first of all, Peter, who is your inspiration, like musical-wise, or is it just like too broad?
I think there's like two big inspirations for me. One of them is Loyal Garner, which is a British hip-hop artist. Ooh. I think the cool thing about him is that he's really honest and he shows a lot of personality through his songs.
Oh, right.
And like, I think he goes through a lot of mental processes with writing an album or a song or whatever, and I think that's really inspiring to like he shows the whole process in his songs. It's just very cool.
Oh wow, that's like it feels kind of meta. How
kind of like it isn't actually the process of like writing a song as well, but it's also just like he just wrote an album about needing to forgive his father.
Oh right.
And that's just the whole album is about how he became a father and how he forgave his father and stuff. And I think that's just so cool how he writes about those really personal things.
Right.
And I think musically it's more about someone like John Mayer inspiring me. So I think he's very cool in like the songwriter aspect as well as it's very musically interesting.
Oh yeah. No, like
so like mix about that.
I can see that. He's like basically the entire model of singer-songwriter, isn't he?
Yeah, yes.
So like with the process, do you write songs when you because you write your own songs, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And unfortunately, we can't find you on Spotify, can we?
No, it's in the process. It's
buy a process.
Just buy a CD, man. Buy a CD.
A CD. No, I'm currently working on recording a song with Nienke Witkamp, who is someone who studies at the Conservatorium in Groningen, and we are.
Nienke, love you. Nienke, if you're listening, please give us the text. If you're not,
I hope Nienke is listening.
Not Nienke and you are listening, please give us the text as well.
I'll see if she texts me. But I think we're currently we have all the instrumentals recorded and we're just doing vocals now and it needs to be mixed.
Oh yeah.
So I hope it'll be it's definitely be here this year.
This year,
which is a big it's a big like gap of time.
Well, it'll take your time, you know. Perfection is like it's a process. But yeah, so like the process of your British hip hop artist, I forgot his name.
Loyal Garner.
Sorry?
Loyal Garner.
Yeah, right. So should we have a song by him? I'm not familiar. Right. So like you're closer to the keyboard at this moment. Yeah, it's like it's always a bit It's just a proper pesena.
Nice to see you like this, Peter. Just working.
Yeah. You never see me working.
Right. So yeah,
work.
Otto Lengi, like the Italian chef.
Yeah, like the Italian chef.
Oh yeah. Do you often cook?
No,
Otto Lengi, right?
I don't. But I think I don't think he's Italian. I think he makes curries and stuff.
Yeah, but he's like, it's like poshy in a way. Like, I'm using the original ingredients. Like, man, just make dinner.
I think he makes cooking a bit of an art, which is fun. But
but it's like, like art for the art is great. But like at a certain point, you just need to feel like, dude, you're making food. I'm hungry.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Right. So just a quick question then. So in Loyal Garner's process, do you think your process is similar in composing songs?
I think in a way.
In a way, well, that's... I have to elaborate.
I am elaborating. I think... how elaborate?
Right, go on.
I think he writes a lot about what's going on in his mind and what's going on around him.
Yeah.
I think that is a process I follow. I try to get things out of my own life and make like a metaphor about it or tell stories that way.
Right.
Like, it is very much a way for me to relieve my feelings and stuff. So I think in that way we share a process.
Oh yeah, well it's well I am now intrigued by the result. Well, as well by you. And if your CD is if you're most
single.
likely you're single, it's like written on vinyl and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, if it comes out, we'll definitely be the first one to play it on radio. Cool. Put your cloud on. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm definitely now intrigued for the results. So yeah, everyone on Happy Hour FM, here is Loyal Garner with Otto Lengi on 106.6 FM.
I was sat up on the train, staring out the window at the rain. I heard this little lady must have felt the pain. Ask her mum if the blazing sun will ever shine again. I felt ashamed, feel the same, not a mother though. Nah, started to laugh, got her son involved. I mentioned the past like a running joke and told her without all the rain, there's no sun in growth. Close, to everything and nothing. Picture past the honeymoon and bluffing, where the wooden spoon is only cuffing. Shorter the discussion, but the roots can't maneuver out of nothing. I've been suffering these dreamy days, remedying lust. Don't hold any memories of us, rather hold you every day until the memories are dust. Yo, we only call the train, cause you know I hate the bus. Never get enough.
Born and raised, made attempts to crawl away, find a way to exist and hide your face. Some relate, leave everything in yesterday.
They asked about the Bible I was reading. Told them that the title was misleading. Labelled it Jerusalem, but really it's for cooking Middle East. And I could see that mine was changing with the seasons, shaded for a reason. They would start decreasing, leaving like the orange in the evening. It was creeping through the clouds, but now I'm proud to see the images releasing. I just wish the little lady could have seen them, but she was dreaming. Reckon she's standing with her mum, saying to her, look, mother, here's the sun. Rooted in the moment till the memories are done. So I sit and start to wonder on the woman she'll become. Wonder if I had a son or a daughter. Ones that I brought up never strong, never telling me to run, never trying to find a sum, trying to get it done. Yo, I wonder if she'd ever be as clever as her mum.
Born and raised, made attempts to crawl away, find a way to exist and hide your face. Some relate, leave everything in yesterday. Born and raised, made attempts to crawl away, find a way to exist and hide your face. Some relate, leave everything in yesterday.
So don't feel down on nobody, because that's how life can turn for everybody. So remember, it's love everybody, and I'm gonna look for that.
Oh, it's yeah, man. It's intriguing. I love it. So yeah, this was Loyal Corner with Otto Lengi. Man, I love your music taste.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
it's amazing so far. And yeah, so like, is this give or take? Is this about as close to a song as we can hear on Friday at the festival?
Definitely not.
Aw, that's a shame now.
Because I don't make hip hop.
Right.
Unfortunately, I really like to listen to hip hop and stuff, but I do make more like singer-songwriter music and stuff.
Okay. Right. So yeah, Teun, how often do you perform? Like it's an upcoming market, really. Well, not really a market, but an upcoming platform and whatnot.
Yeah, it's kind of the summer break is kind of starting.
Oh yeah, that's
So,
Wait,
yeah.
is that good or bad?
Well,
In like
for me,
theater
it's nice
wise?
it's nice to sort of do some other things, but I used to perform about once a week. That's what I try to do.
Oh right, okay.
So I try to play every week, but sometimes it's a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less.
So yeah, where can we see you like on a short notice?
On a short notice, well, pretty much nowhere.
Well, in the studio, of course. Well, right.
No, yeah, short notice.
But like,
Oh,
have you got any shows lined up?
Oh, I don't think so. Oh, yeah, I might be playing Kroeg van Klaas in July, but I'm not
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So, like, if you are a booking agent and you are desperately looking for a comedian.
Yeah, and also in Rotterdam, probably.
Oh, at how?
Yeah,
Or
How, yeah.
oh man, that's amazing. That's like one of the highest levels that we can have.
It's nice. It's a really nice cool place.
So, like, where do you find your inspiration? Like, what is your comedy style like?
Oh, it's just all about me.
Love it.
My style is it's really personal. It's really
right.
about my perspective on life, and it's really harsh. It's really self-hatred. A lot of how do you say it? Self-deprecating? Or no,
Yeah, self-deprecating. Yeah, that's like, you know, be the butt at your own jokes. Well, you know, it's always better to be your own than, you know, just to kick them while they're down, you know?
Well, yeah, that's not really my thing.
No, but that's
So
like,
I guess that's my style, I think.
Yeah,
but I
love
don't
it to
know.
be
I'm still searching. I've been playing for about 1.5 years now. Almost 2, actually.
Well, that's longer than I have attempted
Yeah,
it.
because
So,
I'm really wondering about this. You had a comedy career apparently
Well,
when you were 16.
career, man.
Tell me about
that wasn't
this.
a career. No, right. So it's, well, you know, the comedy festivals like the Groninger Studenten Cabaret and those sort of festivals.
Yeah?
Yeah. One of the winners of the 1980-something Leids Cabaret Festival.
Yeah.
He was actually our English teacher. And
Cool.
yeah, he was like way into physical comedy. So yeah, if you happen to be Robert Spaap, love you. Please send us a message.
He's listening.
No, I do not believe so. I'm not from around here. No, so I grew up in Leiden actually. And so it's like for one course in my middle school, say cafe, like cultural, whatever bullshit, artsy sort of stuff. And they had like this comedy festival part of their course. And it just like tried people to get to be enthusiastic about it. And yeah, I attempted it and I really liked it. So then just did... No, by the way, I was 17 back then because it actually all stopped whenever I came to Groningen because there was a vacuum of comedy clubs in the north of the country and I needed to focus on my studies and whatnot. But yeah, so I did give or take 6, 7-ish shows in Toomler. It was all like open mic, so entry level and whatnot. But
you did it you did it at school and then you thought, I'll take this on the road. That's when you were 16.
Pretty much.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but that's like, you know, well, not particularly a team, but I had, that one teacher believing in me. So yeah.
Cool.
That does help, yeah. I think with courage and stuff. Because I think For me, stand-up comedy is one of the scariest things to do because I think there's such an instant reaction to what you perform.
Yeah.
Like with a song, if you end the song, they'll probably applaud anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen a lot of comedians really go down because they don't get a laugh after their first 2 jokes, and then they just drop in confidence. And I think that's just really scary for me to
but
even
it's
attempt it.
like, you know, well, from my experience. Oh man, I feel like a grandfather. No, but it's like when you're on stage, and well, both of you will know this, and most likely some of our listeners, but there's like a spotlight on you, so you don't really see the faces.
Sure, yeah.
So it's just like, you know, pretty much you're standing there within your own room in front of your own mirror, whatever you practice in front of, and you just like get certain reactions from certain things. And yeah, that's, you know, it's pretty much like practicing in your own room, and at sometimes they really give the laugh that you're looking for, and otherwise you just, I don't know, like fill the atmosphere pretty much, like create the vibe, as to say. I don't know. Can you like? Do you know this or?
What do you mean? What do I know?
No, like the way that, well, if your interaction with the crowd pretty much, like if they do not instantly give the reaction that you want, you just don't really feel like dropping confidence, but just like keep on going, you know?
I mean, there's multiple ways to go about it. Some people get mad at the audience. It's a way. It's funny because I do a show at USFA as well, a monthly show.
Right.
And,
so when will be the next show? Because the academic year is almost closing.
Yeah, so it will be next year. It will be next year.
Oh, well, you know, we have something to look forward to.
Everything's next year. So, and Beacon was there, I think every single...
I've been there for every month, every open mic.
Yeah, it's just...
Biggest fan number
of
one
course.
from Finger.
It's called USFA Open Mic, and it's for comedy and poetry. And that's a really strange combination, actually.
It can work.
It can work, but it can also go very wrong.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it very often went very wrong. So yeah, we had people coming from quite far sometimes, and they would bomb. But it was no, it's per se that it was bad, but it's just the vibe in the room. For some reason, it just couldn't.
Yeah.
It was a difficult gig.
The thing with the mixing poetry and comedy on one open mic is that sometimes you get a really poetry-oriented audience and a lot of stand-up comedians, and they just don't really laugh.
Yeah, right. So like, yeah, you both then will notice. But what would be your favorite position in the lineup?
Like to open or close?
To open, close, be somewhere in the middle, before the break, after the break.
I think, from my experience, being the act before the break is the best, because a lot of people experience recency bias, and they'll be like, "Oh, yours was the best," just because that will be the one they remember the most.
Yeah, but that's like, you know, when you're closing, then it's too high of a bar, you know. If you bomb, then man, you ruined their whole night pretty much.
Yeah, but
well, at least
you don't need to fuck up. You need to ruin it.
Oh well. And then how about you? Where in the lineup? Because in most comedy nights you have like 6 to 8 performers, give or take.
Yeah, 6 to 8. I like closing. I think it's fun. Yeah, living on the edge. I mean, if you know,
man, I love that mentality. Living on the edge.
If you don't want to bomb, you shouldn't do comedy, I think.
That's one way to look at it.
If you think I want to do comedy, but I'm scared of bombing, you shouldn't be doing comedy. It's that simple. I think so many once said you should only write the book if it hurts more to not write the book than to write the book.
Wow.
But I think it's the same with comedy. If you, it's kind of like, it's kind of something I want to try someday, man. Nah, it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, but if you don't really want it,
that's like, there's no like, for so many things there is a fake it till you make it, but not at that like sort of stuff. You know, you need to be like full focused
It's
on...
not like bowling. You can go to a bowling area.
I love this metaphor already, but you can go from here, man.
But you can go. You can just go bowling. But comedy, if you don't give it everything, if people notice that you're not being for real, then it's so painful.
Man,
You-
that's always... Oh, man.
Yep, it can go so very wrong, and that makes it so beautiful, I think, as well.
Oh, yeah, no.
You have to really be honest. You have to be honest.
Yeah, but isn't that like, as well, that's the same as with music, right? You know, if you just like half-ass it with your guitar,
Yeah, I think
like either you're in a certain sort of ska concert where everyone is stoned out of their minds, or they just feel like, yeah, this guy, he's just taking the piss, isn't he?
I think for me, with like all of the performance kind of things, just owning up to what you're doing is so important to like bringing your work to the audience. Especially with comedy as well. Like you could have these really funny jokes, but if you're just standing there like you don't believe that they're funny, it ruins the performance already, I think.
Yeah, that is true.
That if you don't think your own jokes are funny?
Yeah. But like if you just like deliver the jokes as if they're just regular words or just dumb stuff. It's just at the open mic where I was with like Teun's open mic, I experienced a lot of you need to also have a lot of energy with those crowds.
Yeah.
And I think you always opened and you always like brought the energy up, and then
Oh, man,
like, the people that lifted up of that energy, like their shows went well, and if they drop the energy, then
those leeches, you know, signing up your energy, profiting on your back, your energy.
It's possible. It's possible to do a low energy comedy show, but it's just you have to really know the timing so much. It's really hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Oh yeah, no, I can definitely get that.
I never do low energy anything.
Oh man, even when you're in the bathtub, it's just like, you know, enjoy the bath. Oh, that would be so. So like, are you one of those annoying people in a gym or on a sports field that just like, you know, goes way too serious with everything?
At the gym?
For instance, do you work out?
I mean, you might not say. I do sometimes work out, yes, but I'm really distracted. No, I'm not.
Right,
I don't go in. I don't go in with everything in life at all.
No, you shouldn't. You should be like way too exhausted and everything. Oh man, so like, how do you do that? First of all, how do you combine those things with your university studies? Because that would be freaking difficult.
Yeah,
you know?
it really sucks. It's not great. Yeah,
oh man, it feels like, you know, instantly bumming the whole room.
Come on, man.
Bumming the whole airwaves and whatnot.
What do you want me to say? No,
Yeah, of course.
it's great. Yeah, it's just it's not. It's really weird.
Struggling,
But I like it. It's learning new things is just good for being creative.
Oh,
so
yeah,
just learning about the world and learning about how other people think. Because I study philosophy.
Right.
It's just really nice. But yeah, I was going back from a show last week, and then it was half past 1 at night.
Right.
And then I came back. I passed like Bijlen Station and the Groningen Europa Park and trying to work on my thesis in the train.
Oh
and then,
man, that's
you're home at 2:15 at night, and you think, what am I doing?
Oh yeah, no, that's I can get it. So like, how do you? Well, that's also one of the things I just figured, like maybe it's just me or maybe it's Maybelline, but like, you know, all the creative stuff, like either writing jokes or coming up with a new tune, with a new thing to write a song about. Like, creativity you don't plan on being creative. So how do you like instantly write down or do something with what you have before you forget it?
I have a story about this. I was biking to the Media Markt yesterday.
But the one at Zondplein or the one at
The one
Westhaven?
at Zondplein.
Oh yeah, that's far. I love the Media Markt.
Yeah, it's really fun. Like the Europa Brug and stuff. Anyway, and I had this creative like thing I wanted to write a song about. So I quickly opened my recording app on my phone, and I started yelling into my phone while biking so I don't forget.
Wait, so
what I was
what
thinking.
were you grunting a song or what? Like, why are you shouting?
I was shouting because the wind was really heavy, so I was scared they couldn't hear, or like my phone couldn't hear me. And then I just write it down.
Oh yeah, okay.
So I write it down. I try to write it down as soon as possible.
Yeah, but if you're like, in class or whatever, it doesn't really you can't really say, hey, by the way, just hold on this. La 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 la. There you go. All right, as you were.
I mean, I always think if a creative idea is good enough, I'll remember it. I hope so.
That does make sense.
Like, there are quite some instances where I forget what I wanted to sing or write about, and then it's just like, oh man, on to the next one.
Yep. For me, it's much easier because I can just write. So I'll always have my notes up and. I'll do it in class. I'll do it. If I write something, if I have an idea, I have to write it down immediately.
Yeah, but that's always like whenever. Well, when I was 17. Oh man, I feel this. Is such
How old are you? How old are you?
I am now 26. Really.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
man.
this is
I'm
the
so
10-year
old.
anniversary of.
Yeah, well,
English
pretty
lessons.
much. Yes, I do suppose. Oh man, now I feel old.
Yeah, but that's what we're here for.
There you go. Time catches up with you. Oh, and it's also we only have 20 minutes left of the show. Oh man, time really is catching up with everyone.
Yeah.
Well, and Sugar Daddy isn't here yet. Oh man, I wonder how he's doing.
Did anybody send in a question or anything?
Sorry? I do not know because I do not have the Insta open.
So.
No, but not really yet at the WhatsApp, but yeah, that's a difficult process because you first need to add the radio studio as a contact before you can. Yeah, because it's it isn't an 06 number, it's 050. So you need to pass that barrier. Well, barrier. Well, you know what I mean. But yeah, first of all, everyone add, of course, Oog Radio to your contacts because
we're here, we are here. I mean,
we have answers.
We have answers. We have answers.
Well, you do philosophy, so you should have all the answers in life.
Yeah, that's philosophy.
What are we here
having
for?
all the answers.
You hope to.
Yeah, because Peter, what do you study?
I study history at university as well. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, well, that is a combination of all the answers and all the history of all the answers as well.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
oh man,
we two together.
Yeah, about working out, not so much answers.
I do feel always like the ones in history, philosophy, and the arts faculty that. For some reason, all the artsy people never really just say, hey, by the way, I'm a math student, Do you think that's...
Yeah, I have a theory about that, but it's not really...
you're the philosophy man.
No, it's not.
Don't say, I have a theory, and then don't say the theory.
No, I can't say it. But I do know, I used to study here.
Yes.
At
here, we are currently at the north of Cernica, by the way, for all of our listeners.
I was at Cernica for 6 weeks.
You're camping there or something.
But I studied artificial intelligence. I tried to study artificial intelligence.
Right.
I actually have 5 points.
Wow.
From
that's 5 more than I have.
Yep.
Cool.
And but I feel like if you do a program that is more how do you say it, beta?
More technical,
more technical
oriented, more.
There's really less space in your head for creativity. And really, I just noticed
makes sense.
the people that were studying there, they were a lot had less weird ideas.
But that's whenever sometimes I study here at Cernica too, because on Mondays I have this lovely hour, and I need to catch up with some uni work. And whenever I sit at the Bernoulliborg, the blue building, the people are so different than in the Harmonie building. It's always like, oh man, this is a different society, and just creativity sort of flows.
That's what I felt.
Because I see different type of people.
Yeah, so I don't really know if it's what way around it is. That it's because you have less, you do more math maths and things like that, that you become, you get less weird ideas, or is it that maybe it's people that have less weird ideas anyway? I don't know which way around
man,
it is.
if it's the first one, it feels like Shawshank Redemption, you know? It's like the whole institutionalized being thing.
I don't know if that's the case, but I do know I ran away and I went to study Dutch at just the city center, and
Right, the
that
Dutch
was really
language
creative.
and...
Yeah, just Dutch language and culture, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. Well, you never guess what I'm studying.
Oh, you study Dutch language and culture?
Yeah.
That's
like
cool.
Dutch literature, everything. I just had my...
Cool.
Well, if it's... Yeah, you know, if it's not for my resits and whatever, I just had my last exam for my second year of my bachelor today.
Cool.
So, yeah. Oh, well, no,
That's
I
nice.
absolutely like...
We're colleagues.
Colleagues, yeah.
I study Dutch.
Oh, well, yeah.
But, yeah.
Anyway. So, yeah, by the way, how do you, like... First of all, that's something I didn't know up until today. The pro-Palestine camp people, they have left the premises, as to say.
Yeah, I don't really
And they
know.
put like all the fences around. But
Yeah, I saw
like
they
if
put
they're
fences.
gone, just open the gates. We need to walk across every time.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I saw something.
Yeah, it's
that-
like on Sikkim. They
Yeah.
well, you know, the peaceful protest suddenly
saw.
wasn't peaceful
I saw
anymore. But yeah.
I didn't talk to anyone who was there or anything, so I don't know anything.
No, but it's like they vanished, as to say. Well, was not really vanished. I saw on Sikkim them being actively vanished by the police. But
I think while like the big protest was happening at the building from the Rug, I think there was something about the MA just being like, oh, they're not at the camp, let's remove the camp.
Hit your feet, lose your seat. There we go.
Yeah.
Now I am the proud owner of your tent. Finders keepers.
I think something like
I
that.
saw they concluded that it was over.
Yeah, they were like, hey, they're not here, we can remove the camp now, and now they're gone.
I don't know. It feels like, you know, first of all, if I can walk my usual way, I'm too normative to like change routes every day.
Wow.
That's difficult in life if you can.
Yeah, no, but
Man, infrastructure.
yeah, man.
Write about it.
If I am ever at a crossroads and I'm to write a story about it, there
If
you
someone
go.
puts a fence in your road, you're just like, well,
man,
I don't know.
I've skipped classes so many times because of it.
Yeah, nothing I can do about it. So that's crazy.
How is the whole? They're doing a whole building with the new roads around Groningen. How is that for you?
Oh yeah, no. Well, I always come by bus. So as
fair
long as the
enough,
bus
yeah.
drivers know how to do it, I am totally fine.
Damn, fair enough.
But like, yeah, I'm not particularly I'm not really driving on the Belt Road anyway. Like my whole life is just within the city, pretty much. So
Because you're a car driving man, you have.
I am unfortunately not.
No. But I think
If I am to have a car, well, then maybe I would be a car driving man. But
A license carrier of a car.
I have a license to kill.
Okay.
No, well, not to kill, well,
that's great.
to drive.
That's great because we're sitting in this room.
Yeah, but it's
This is
like,
the
you know,
end.
this empty card that is taking up space in my wallet now, pretty much.
Fair enough, yeah.
But that's, yeah, you know, like, that's life for you.
Yep, it is.
But yeah, so like, well, are you done now with exams as well? Or have you still got stuff
No,
coming
I
up?
also had one. I also had one this morning, and I have one on the first day.
How did your exam go today?
It went well.
Oh, well, that's
really great.
good to hear.
Yeah. And then I have one on Thursday, and one next week on Thursday, and then I have resits. So I mean,
So
I have
like
resits
the
depending.
festival is really coming at a bad time. now,
Yes,
isn't it?
I do have resits depending on how the upcoming exams are going. But
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I think the festival coming in between the exams is great to have some. They have some distraction.
Yeah, no, it's like a great study break. Like,
Yeah,
well,
definitely.
it was from 4 to 11, so a 7-hour study break. But
It's fine.
yeah, there you
It's
go.
fine. Yeah.
No, but it feels like great. Oh man, it feels as well for our listeners. You know, just it was 12 euros, right?
€12.50.
Well, 12
Don't forget
euro
the 50 cents.
Is
Yeah.
it €12.50? Because I still have to buy a ticket.
Where can we buy tickets, by the way?
I think you have to go
before
to the...
I'm promoting festivals. and
USVA
just-
website.
All right, so that's
So-
just USVA.nl.
USVA.nl.
All right.
And then you can find it at
Yeah.
the agenda.
And people should just go to USVA. USVA is really cool.
Yeah.
I'm not being paid by USVA because I've never
Oh wait,
been paid by
it's
USVA.
€11.50.
Well, there you go.
Damn,
It's
that's a
cheap.
deal.
Do I hear a 10.50 coming up from
Yeah.
somewhere?
But if people want to give that euro to us anyway, I mean,
Yeah, it'll mean the word to us.
man, it would mean the world to us.
Oh yeah. So would you like, just if you feel like doing that, do you? There's those websites where you can like buy a shout out from some weird celebrity.
yeah.
Would you feel like doing that
Doing
for
Cameo?
cash? Yeah, that's the one.
He would be very fun for Cameo.
No, I
think.
don't want to do that. No,
I feel like it would be so fun to
Yeah.
make those things, but it would be such a
Yeah.
dent in any form of dignity that one has.
Yeah, we once bought a cameo from Vlies legend Peter Visser. To the listeners that know Peter Visser, it's a very strange guy.
Wait, who is Peter Visser and why
Basically-
does he do cameos?
Basically, it's this guy which is, I think he became popular because he just did food reviews
Right.
of really basic items.
Yeah, that's so far so good.
Yeah,
really.
but the thing why he became popular is that he is quite a strange man, and people were just laughing at him mostly, which is kind of sad, but it's something. And
Ooh,
then,
well, it's not a strange man, but yeah.
damn.
Well, there's someone who just entered the building, and you know it already. I can feel all the tension in the room going up. I feel hot. I feel cold. I feel everything inside. That means one thing: Sugar Daddy Radio has entered the building.
He really does look like a man that makes Sugar Daddy Radio.
Oh, well, I let you in a secret. He does.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
He really has like the entire persona to fit this idea, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's all. It's almost like it's a good moment because he is the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend. But yeah, it always means like the show is pretty much coming to an end.
Wow.
Well, we still have 10 minutes, so yeah, we're still good. But yeah, and it's always like weird, time really flies.
It does, yeah.
I just figured like it was 10 years ago since I did stand up. Man, I feel bad. But yeah, like how easy is it? Well, you of course need to just get a ticket or like write emails to say, hey, do you have a space for an open mic? But where do we send those emails?
Well, if you want to play USVA open mic, you can just go to the USVA website or
Right.
just search for USVA open mic and there will be a link.
Okay.
Or you can just send an email to
Oh, well.
someone at USVA. It will be fine. And
Right.
then open mic Groningen, I think you have to be present, but I'm not sure about that. But I think so.
right,
I think you have to just be there once. I think so.
Yeah, and on both omg.nl and usva.nl, we can also buy tickets for the poetry/comedy
Yeah, but
nights.
USVA
the
open
weird
mic's free.
It's open mic's free.
USVA open mic's, but it is
Oh.
100% also in Dutch. So
well,
sorry to the
that's
international
unfortunate. But yeah, if you're Dutch or, if you want to learn Dutch, this is like one fire way to do it.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
But I think maybe OMG actually a lot is via Facebook. Facebook still.
right.
So I think OMG you can go to. I never wanted Facebook, but now because I want to do comedy, I suddenly have Facebook. I don't
But
really. I don't really like it.
that's like, you just need to like create it once and just use it for a variety of things. I do not know if you like buy or like want to rent new student rooms, because I feel like that whole vibe is on
that's the
Facebook as
too,
well.
right? Yeah,
It is,
Instead
yeah.
of like
Facebook too.
all the other platforms that would be so great for it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, it's just 50-year-old people and people looking for
like,
rooms.
For rooms.
Yeah.
And, well,
Yeah.
and of course the comedy scene.
The comedy
alone.
scene, yeah.
Well, no, it's pretty much the national comedy scene. There's sort of open mic circuit.
yeah,
There's still
right.
a lot of Facebook. So you just have to have Facebook. But
Yeah, well, there you go.
Interesting,
Just
yeah.
give Mark Zuckerberg that one thing he wants. He
Yeah.
doesn't ask for much except for like your whole privacy and whatnot. But yeah, he can have it anyway.
I think actually maybe if it's an international person, they have an act in
Right.
like poetry or stand-up, maybe I can make an exception if they want to perform. Maybe.
Whoa.
Maybe.
Well, and how can we reach you
Well,
except
you can
through over Facebook?
No, just via the USFA open mic. But maybe,
right, okay.
But we'll have to see a little bit.
So wait. So like
January
not last week, but 2 weeks ago, when the people from Vlaanderen were here, they said people from USFA, USVA get really mad when you say the USFA, but now
yes.
you do say it. So yeah. Want to piss them off further?
I
Say
tried to
the
say
USFA, the USFA, the USFA.
I tried to say the USFA open mic. That's
Right,
what
so yeah, the open mic from USFA, so the USFA open mic.
Yeah.
So the open mic arranged
But
by
it's-
USFA, yes.
But
right,
it really
okay,
is
got it.
USFA. It really is.
Oh yeah, there you go. Oh man, it's so weird. But like, you know, as a comedian, from what I know, but like you always get the question, oh, you're a comedian, so tell me a joke.
Yeah.
So
It's really annoying.
yeah, no, I can still remember that one.
Yeah.
But like, is that something you encounter as well as a musician? Not like by saying jokes, because that would be a weird musician thing, but like, hey, I'm a musician. Oh right, sing something for me. Do people say like those sort of things?
Well, not for me, because I think it happens a lot more when people say they're a singer. And I like to not say I'm a singer.
Right.
And more like a musician or an artist. And in that way, it doesn't really happen.
Yeah, but if you say you're an artist, isn't that like too fake? Well, you know, that always like, I feel that would just intrigue the follow-up question. Care to elaborate, or what kind of artist, you know?
Yeah, of course. But I think it has happened sometimes that they were like, oh, go and sing a song, and then I just don't. I just don't. Because I think it's just like, it's so different to perform a song or to just sing a song of rip, and it's just
That's
not for me.
Yeah, that's I can feel like people are just like jerks whenever they do. People ask that often, because I just sort of post it, but
No, not really. I think it happens sometimes, but it
I think generally people actually think it's just they are just interested.
yeah, people
yeah,
are
it's
just
like
bored.
almost out of interest, but it's
Yeah, are
like,
interested,
you know,
yeah.
annoying.
Yeah, but the
Cases.
comedy thing, it can be annoying.
Yeah.
And I don't really like mentioning that I do stand-up comedy anyway,
No, like-
because people sort of have expectations, and it's not really.
Yeah.
I like to just be sort of
a fun guy, you know. Just a fun guy.
Just fun to be around.
Just
with
be
and
undercover as a
Be undercover, and when they see you on stage, we're like, oh, I
that
didn't
guy?
see that one coming, did I?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I kind of get it, because I don't really talk about making music like with people from my studies and stuff.
Oh, right,
Like with friends from it, yeah, but I think I mention it when people like ask, oh, what are you gonna do? And then I say, oh, I have a show or something, and then it comes up.
yeah.
But I don't think I go to people and say, yo, I'm a singer.
Yeah, no, it's not
So
like, you know.
it prevents them from asking, sing a song. So I think that helps.
So, yeah, but like, well, of course, that's another thing. You know, you're famous now, considering you're on radio.
Yes, definitely.
Famous from radio and television.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, where can we find... Well, of course, your music hasn't been released online yet. But if we are to look for your music, where should we be in the future be looking?
You should check me out. Check me out, okay.
No, of course, like, you know...
we do check
like,
you out.
We check you out, yeah, like you.
Unapologetically, like, plug yourself.
I would say you should follow me on Instagram.
And where can we find you on Instagram?
Pieter_Boonstra. That's Pieter with Pyter.
Yes, right. So it's like the odd spelling.
It's
like
the Frisian spelling, yeah.
Yes, okay. Ah, yeah, I figured like where someone missed a letter, like
Yeah,
they
it's
ran
not a-
out
it's
of
not a
keys
mistake.
at the city hall or something.
Yeah,
but yeah,
and-
Pieter_Boonstra.
Boonstra.
Boonstra.
B-O-O-N-S-T-R-A.
You're right.
Yeah, and also I do some things on TikTok.
Oh, cool.
So I do like
what is your TikTok?
the same.
Wow, well,
Yeah.
that is convenient.
Yeah, that's really nice. So
Oh,
it's
man.
Pieter_Boonstra again.
That's the Peter way.
That's how I do it, yeah.
That's how you roll.
And I do covers and also some snippets of like own
Oh,
songs.
right. But that's on Insta, that is on TikTok. Like, so far, no YouTube in the making, no Spotify. That's still like
no, YouTube.
coming up.
I think YouTube will be coming up when I'm like releasing a first song.
Oh, right.
And Spotify as well.
Oh man, that's well, yeah. Otherwise, you would be releasing weird things on Spotify if it wasn't songs. But
Definitely.
yeah,
I mean, I could suddenly start a podcast.
Oh yeah, no.
But I mean, this really inspired me to start a podcast.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
Time for you. Don't be the next comedian with a podcast. There's like the whole market is already satisfied with that one.
I won't make a podcast. I might be the first comedian with his own orchestra. Maybe wouldn't that be cool?
Oh,
That would be cool, yeah.
That would be
Maybe.
great.
Like,
So where can we? Well, first of all, where do you find the orchestra? And second of all, where do the listeners find you and your comedy? Where? Yeah.
I think the orchestra is more of a long-term plan, but I think I could
I want to suggest the conservatory. You know, they
I
tend
could just
to have orchestras.
I could just
laying
put on like a
around.
suspicious outfit and just stand outside the door. Like, hey,
like white tie.
wanna be in
Just
my
like
orchestra?
You play the string.
You want to play for a comedian, but I think you can find me on Instagram.
you think you can find you on Instagram? Like how hard do we have to look? Are you hidden?
My
there?
name is kind of because my name is Teun. So,
Hello, Teun.
Which is
Pleased to meet you.
The spelling for people that don't speak Dutch is not always clear. So it's Teun.
Teun, right?
And then underscore de Vries. So it's D-E-V.
Underscore. Like, is there an underscore between de and Vries?
No.
Oh, well,
it's
right.
just you can just go.
Yeah, and I believe, by the way, we have posted your Instagram names on the Instagram post for our show as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, so yeah, you can always look for it on there, and yeah, that's.
Thanks. You could come to
and
open mic.
yeah,
or
of course,
Just
like
fest.
on
Just,
like or the festival indeed
Just go
is
to
this
places.
Friday. Yeah, just
Because there's a lot of cool things. Because you had the Flano here. Did you have the poetry people already here?
no, haven't had them yet.
There's so much cool poetry in Groningen.
Oh
It's
yeah,
really
no,
cool.
but they're like lined
Definitely.
up, you know. There's,
okay, cool.
Well, we're still booking our own guests and whatnot, so yeah,
Cool.
they're coming as well.
Cool.
But yeah, it was
Go
it
to
was
things,
so great.
Groningen.
Yeah,
There's a lot of cool
tons of stuff to do. So yeah, all of our listeners, of course, you know, except for Mondays from 6, then you are to be listening to the radio.
I mean, I'm always there.
Yeah, we are here. They want it or not. We're here now.
Yeah, well, you're not here, of course, but yeah, all of our listeners are here. I will be here, well, next week again. And yeah, otherwise, just, you know, go live your life. It's the exam period, but just take a little break, go to festivals, go see people, go do whatever. You know, just live life to the fullest. Like Teun does, like always give full energy. And thank you so much for listening. And this was Happy Hour of Them. See you next week.
Dit is Oog Radio.